Hello everyone! Today we are in Mystic, Connecticut, and we're doing two things here. Well, we already had lunch, but the two attractions that we're going to here in Mystic are Mystic Seaport and the Mystic Aquarium. We have a timed entry ticket for Mystic Aquarium starting at 3, and it's 12:45 now, so we can enter Mystic Aquarium anytime after 3, and it's open until 6. And we're at Mystic Seaport now, and we're just about to get out of the car and go in. We're at the south entrance. There is a north entrance and a south entrance, but I think it's all connected when you're walking around. The south entrance parking lot appears to be quite a bit bigger than the north entrance parking lot, but when you're driving in, you come to the north entrance parking lot first. So just be aware if that one happens to be full, go just a little farther down the road and the south parking lot is there, and this one is much bigger. There's a lot of cars here, but there's still plenty of open spaces too. So come along with us as we explore Mystic Seaport. As we're walking in here, I just want to mention Megan has the tickets in her hand. I do also have them on my phone, but they did encourage people to print them. I bought the combo tickets for Mystic Seaport and Mystic Aquarium, and you did save some money that way. These, it says on there that they break down to $16.40 per person for the Mystic Seaport portion. Is that right?
Oh, I know what it is. Ben was $6.40 and Mom and I were $23.37.
Okay, thank you, Megan. And I just wanted to point this out. And so here is the parking lot, and you can see it's pretty big. And then we just have to walk across the street here. And again, this is the south entrance. Oh, and here's a handy dandy map.
Oh, it comes out.
Yeah. So see, here's the south entrance, and there's the north entrance. And when you come from the interstate, you come this way. So you'll see the north entrance first, and there's the north parking lot. You can even see on this map, the north parking lot's a little smaller than the south parking lot. Okay. She's like filming something, yeah. It's busy here. We're here on a Wednesday, August 18th. And there's a lot of people in Mystic. I mean, we actually drove up and down this once before we went to eat lunch. And here and around what was that area called with all the shops? Old Mystic Town or Village, I think it was also very busy. And then the aquarium is back up that way toward Old Mystic Village too. There is a pressed penny machine here. We just came out of this store, which has a bunch of stuff. We think we might come back and get a couple things on the way back to the car. Ooh, Ben, turn, I'll take a picture. It is very humid. So this was the Seaport stores. There's the water. Here's the Welcome Center entrance with a really big anchor. And then there's the boat, and back to the parking lot again. I'm gonna walk over here by the water where the kids are. See, and you get to go out. All right, so we went in the visitor center here, and first we talked to Joe.
I didn't see his name tag.
I think his name was Joe. And Megan said he's her new favorite person. He was very nice and very helpful, and he showed us this map. Shows the inside. And explained everything on the map to us and told us what is best worth our time, basically. Then we had to show our tickets to the lady, and she took them and recycled them, scanned them in, and then gave us these pink wristbands, which we now have on. You do actually have to go through this building to get into the rest of it. You can see it's actually fenced off, so you have to come through the building, except for that first shop we went into. That was the only thing you could go to outside of the fence, and everything else you have to come through this building. So we're gonna go look at some boats. We are here, and first we're gonna go to the left and go to the shipyard. And one thing that we have to tell you is that this ship, right, this one? Yeah. The Charles W. Morgan is currently in dry dock over here because they're fixing it. And there are two visiting ships here, one here and one here, and I'm very excited to see the one that's here because it is the Amistad. So we're headed to the shipyard. Oh yeah, look at it. And this one, they told us, is a schooner which masts are missing, that the keel is bad, and so it needs to be refurbished, but they're gonna do that eventually, this LA Dutton. Okay, so we're exploring the working shipyard. These folks are waiting to board some kind of boat, and I don't know what that's about. But here's this guy over here explains something over here. And then, wow. This tree grew for over 600 years till it was blown over by Hurricane Hugo in 1989. That's a big tree. And then here's a shipbuilding exhibit. There's numbers, like maybe for the map, or I wonder if there's an audio tour. Holy moly. This is a big ship keel. The keel is the backbone of the ship. It's the very bottom piece. This keel is from a ship that was built in 1818. Look how big this is. This is huge.
There's also the stuff on the left.
Yeah, there's all sorts of other ship pieces on the left, and then there's signs on the wall explaining all the different steps in how they build a ship. We're just in this wooden... The building is creaking as we walk. And I'm hearing a lot of birds. Are they in here? I don't think so. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, they are. They're right there.
Oh my god.
They're nesting in the rafters. We're coming over here now to the Charles W. Morgan, which is out of the water, so you can see how much of a ship is below the water line.
Filling this with water.
Yep, so they can... Oh, I wonder what they're doing there. He said we could go up in it, but I don't see...
Go around.
Go around. Oh, stairway access on the opposite side of the ship. Let's go. Like behind it? This thing is huge. Like here, I'm gonna let the kids get in the shot so you can see how tall it is. This is a whale ship. It's a lot of stairs. Can I do it? I can do it. It's just gonna take me a while to come down. I want to see the view. Oh, oh yeah. So we're gonna go up there. Ben has a good question. How did they get the ship up here? We'll ask somebody. There's the little tour boat that the people must be waiting for.
He's painting the bottom.
We're also curious as to what this plastic wrapped boat is. Yeah. It's very pretty.
See, he's painting my mom.
Yeah. We have a few more steps. So it's 48 steps. You gotta go on a gangplank here. Hi. We have a question right away. Thank you. My son wants to know.
Look through the window.
Oh, yeah, look down at us, Ben, through the glass. We're below decks. Look how tall my how close she is to the ceiling. Oh my gosh, look how tiny that is.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
It's warm down here too. Okay, this was the first mate's cabin, second and third mate's cabin. They had to share.
You coming?
Here's the galley. Oh my gosh. The volunteer upstairs is terrific. Holy man, this is low. I have to duck. This is really tight. Look at these bunks.
Oh man, I'm dying here. I'm already suffocating.
Boat steer's bunk room.
Oh my gosh. How short were these ones?
No, it was tall.
So this whaling ship caught 70 whales in 30 some years, was that it?
Long spiral.
And so
3 years, Mom. Rolling
3 years.
the whale as it came free.
So he was saying that the way they did it
The sheet of blubber.
on these was very,
Yeah.
yeah, it goes down further.
Oh boy.
The way they did it on these ships was sustainable, but the way, like the commercial whaling vessels that, I'm ducking by the way, of Japan and Russia and Sweden and stuff, no, Finland, sorry, not Sweden, is not sustainable because they kill thousands of whales at a time. We're going back up because it's very claustrophobic down here. I'm okay. All right. Cool. You good? Bridge is going up. And the volunteer explained to Ben that it goes up every hour. I hope I'm getting it. We're back out on the top of the. Boy, that goes up high.
And the boats are lined up right there.
Yeah, the boats are lined up to go under it.
We gotta go over there.
And we've decided we want to live in this house. Right here, this house is so cute.
Look at it has a little balcony.
I know, it's adorable. I love it. Yeah.
It's going to break.
There's a nice breeze. We're very happy to be out of the
What is that?
lower decks of the ship.
I'm confused
That volunteer was terrific. He had amazing stories, and he used to live in Wisconsin. Ben asked the volunteer up there how they got this ship out of the water, and he explained it to us and showed us down here. But here is a infographic that explains how they get the ships in and out of the water. And basically, see, like this over here, the ship will be on those blocks, and then that center they can lower it down, and the ship just goes down into the water and then sails away. And they can pull the boat right onto there and then lift it up. And then you can see it's on wheels on the rails. So that's how they slid it over that way. That's why there's this grid of rails so they can move it. And I'm assuming that's how most dry docks work.
Green to tell you.
This is cool.
It's the one from Quiet Place, but it's not. It's not navy blue.
Oh yeah, that was Star something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Energy Star, wasn't it?
So there's exhibits up here, and then they're working on stuff down there. That's so cool. And here you can take a waterfront cruise aboard the Liberty, which I think is that little steamship there. And then the guy just told us, we've seen all these kids with little wooden boats. There's a restaurant here, and he said in this red building over here, you can buy a kit with loose parts for $8. Oh, it's and build a boat. Sorry, there was a wasp attacking us. Okay, and here you can try to pull up a sail and see if you can do it yourself. Look at how strong those kids are. I like that house too. Out there at the, they've got quite the view. I think there's some kind of special event this weekend because there's like these tables with the tents over them, and they explained to us that that pool they were filling up with water next to the ship we went up on is for remote control boats this weekend.
A visitor could get a good idea of how a wooden ship was put together just by watching the men at work. At the south end, a brand new large clipper ship has just been launched from the yard run by Mr. Irons and Mr. Brunel. See the little steamer in front of her? Now that the highway bridge is open, she'll be taken upriver to the fitting out yard.
It turns on lights to show you where.
The support of the ship is being removed, and the new ship is underway. Look closely and you'll see the timbers for a new keel being married up and shaped by men using adzes. Now, if you look upriver at the shipyard run by the young Mr. Malley, you can see frames being lifted and pinned into place for a fine clipper ship, the Elizabeth Willis.
We're not going in every building, but you can literally go. There was a boat shop, this is the sailmaker. You can go in all of these buildings and there's exhibits, and there's another really cool schooner here. You can see here's the little boat tours you can take around. And then we come around the corner and there's like this little village. This is so neat. And I have to say, the volunteers here are amazing. If you actually talk to them and ask them questions, they have so much cool information. There's people in little sailboats out on the water. Somebody's singing a shanty. He is singing a very long sea shanty. And we just looked at the map, and that's the, what's the name of that one? Joseph Conrad?
Yes.
And then this is a visiting, some kind of, he said the Coast Guard was doing something with this one.
Yeah.
It's being, he doesn't know if you can go on it because they're having trouble getting enough volunteers. And that one with the leaning masts is the Amistad. Thank goodness Megan spotted it. I almost missed the lighthouse. There's the Joseph Conrad. Small boat exhibit. I'm actually gonna walk through the small boat exhibit. Does it go out the other end? Wait, I don't think so. Okay, just walk over here a minute. Here's the Joseph Conrad, built in 1882 in Copenhagen, Denmark. Yeah, and I don't think I can go that way. You can go on the Joseph Conrad if you want to. It's pretty hot. We're pretty hot and sweaty, so the kids are taking a break on the bench over there while I go look at the lighthouse over here. It's just a little bitty lighthouse. This is the sailing center, the Mystic Seaport Museum Sailing Center, and this must be where people are getting all those little sailboats that we see out there with the colorful sails. So that's cool. Oh, there's a camp. So they have a camp going on. That's neat. And here is the lighthouse. It says it's open. There is a Fresnel lens up there. Okay, so we're going.
West Coast pioneer, Alcatraz Island Light,
Oh, the door closes automatically.
the Statue of Liberty.
All right, that was a neat little use of space. Inside the base of the lighthouse, there's just a little round room with some stools, and there's 2 4-minute videos in there about lighthouses. And we watched both with one other lady, and they were very interesting. It's starting to rain. And then up above, you can see there's glass up above you in the room, so you can look up and see the Fresnel lens that's up in the top of the lighthouse. So there you go. And this one is short, because short little lighthouses are used in places where you only need to help guide the boats into a harbor. That's why they're just little like that. All right, Megan went in the art studio, which is down there, and we walked down the street a little bit to Spouter's Tavern, and it actually is an old tavern inside. They just have drinks basically. We got 2 bottles of water for the kids, and I got a non-alcoholic pina colada, which she made for me.
It was very loud.
Yeah, and here's the view. We walked along the water and we've made it all the way to the north end, and there's this really cool mural on the side of this building. And then there's a church. And then my understanding is inside here is a giant mural. So we're gonna go inside this exhibition. So this is the last thing of the seaport on this end, as far as I know. And then we're going to be making our way back that way. Yeah, so it's on these big rolls, and they change it every day to show a new section. This is from the Azores. See, there's another roll on that end. And there's multiple rolls, and one is missing. I'm assuming they store the extra stuff in these big cases. And then there's details on the walls, like copies, that explain. And on the map down there, on the other side of this, they show his route, and he went all the way around the globe. A couple buildings here that we didn't go inside, and I almost think this might just be an example of a home from the period. And then there's like a playground here with boats for kids to climb on and stuff. That's kind of neat. And then, okay, there's a planetarium. Oh, there's a show at 3. Okay. This is a chapel, and look at, they used a big shell for baptisms. And there's a pastor giving a discourse on intemperance, so why you shouldn't be drunk. And we just went through this house, the Buckingham Hall house, which was incredibly creaky and falling apart inside. And she said the back part was built in the 1600s, front part was built in the 1700s, and they moved the back part a mile to connect it to the front part, and then they moved the whole house from where it used to be in Old Saybrook to here on a boat. Here's the druggist and chemist. What's this? Schoolhouse? Yeah, schoolhouse. So she was explaining to us, the volunteer in the Buckingham Hall house was explaining to us that most of these, what?
Her name was Olivia.
Her name was Olivia, thank you. The volunteers here are amazing. They are a wealth of information and knowledge, and they are very, very friendly. And here's the cigar shop, groceries. She said the houses along the main street, here you go, Meg, here's your toy boat place. The houses along the main street were original, but everything back here, because this was all a shipyard, was moved from other places. So they're authentic to the time, but not authentic to the place. Hi! We're back. We're back in the car after finishing our time at Mystic Seaport, which we liked very much. We spent almost exactly 3 hours there. It was hot out and there is quite a bit of walking, so our feet are a little sore.
Yeah.
But we were just talking, we were saying it's definitely not as much walking as Colonial Williamsburg where we were. And Megan was saying that
It's Colonial Williamsburg is like the size of like a whole city, whereas Mystic Seaport is a lot more compact. Like at Colonial Williamsburg, the buildings were all spread out and it just covered a great area. But here it was like two central street. It's one whole side of it is water, so.
if you're at all interested in nautical stuff or ships or shipbuilding or history or anything like that, you can, and we did notice you can get like memberships here.
Yeah.
So you can have like unlimited visits. And we highly recommend it. I mean, we really enjoyed our time here. We covered the entire area of Mystic Seaport, but we didn't go inside every single building. So you could spend a lot longer here than we did today. But we liked it a lot. And the one thing that we really want to stress is that the volunteers that are working here are very good. They have a lot of good information. They're have very interesting stories. So do be sure that you take the time to ask the volunteers questions, because I think they really appreciate when you ask them questions, and get engaged in conversation with them, because you'll learn a lot. It was really worth our time. We really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And Megan was saying, if we move here,
I definitely would want to get the membership, because you could, like we said, we didn't do everything here.
and I think like if you came back like at different times of the year, it's probably a different experience too. And how they're working on the ships, and they had visiting ships as well that aren't there all the time. I feel like that stuff is going to change all the time too.
Yeah.
So it was really good. Okay, we are now off to Mystic Aquarium. So that's going to be the next video. So be sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that video or any of our upcoming travel content. And give us a thumbs up down below if you liked this video. Have a great day and safe travels.
Safe travels.